Yeah, about there, hydraulic line blew. I did end up filming, changing the hydraulic line and fixing my backhoe outrigger controls to where they won't get hung up no more. But that'll be on another video. So that's it for this one. Hit like and subscribe, guys. Till next time, keep building. Backhoe started spraying. So now I gotta tear this apart and see what's going on. Piece of junk where it goes into there. Separated. And try to get that to focus. This is only the second time that I've taken this apart, but that's how mashed one of my bolts is. One of them already broke. The bolts on this thing are super weak. I'm going to stop off at Tractor Supply and see if I can't figure out all new bolts for it. So it looks like, as I've started taking this one out, basically just loosen it up there, dropped it down through this. Now I've got it loose, just laying over here. Should probably not be getting grit and gunk in there, but now I'm tracing it back, and it looks like it's a little bit too short right here at the edge, and so it's been wearing through this protective sleeve and whatnot. So it's probably going to end up popping eventually anyways. But that one goes up into right here, so I'm going to get this end undone and figure out which way to fish her out. So I gave it the slow shimmy down and out that way. Getting it back in is going to be went down to the dealer, and they were cool enough to warranty me a new hose, and so we're going to get that put back on here and get it all put back together. And I thought about it after I pulled this dang thing out, but had I been smart, I probably would have put, like, taped a little string or rope or something from end to end to where it would help me pull it through. But I think we got this. I think that I can get it to go down and through there. And yeah, wish me luck, guys. And I stopped off at Tractor Supply and I got me some new bolts and stuff too. Hopefully they're a little stronger than the Chinese ones, since it seems like I'm going to be having to take off this cover quite a bit. I want a little bit stronger bolts. So as I said, it would have been way easier if I put a rope or something, but I put the proper end in from the top, and I just kept on just doing it little bits at a time and rotating it. And so that I knew, you know, once I'd feel an obstruction or something, I knew I'd be up against a hose or something. I just kind of slowly rotate and keep on just moving it slow, and I'd feel it get past that obstruction with this little 90 degree. And so once I got it down to here, now we're good, and should be able to get it up and around and up through there and all reconnected. I did have to move my boom, and holy moly, that without a line on there, that thing sure squirted. I just did it, you know, by hand. I picked this up by hand and lowered this one down. Holy moly, yeah, I took a shower. Oops, lesson learned there, guys. So we're learning a couple lessons. Most of it absorbed and wiped down with one of those little oil pad deals. Alrighty, so in looking at it and where I need this hose to go to, it used to be on this far side. Okay, I'm gonna move it to this far side. So in doing that, I realized there's quite a bit of mud and dirt and stuff down in here, so went ahead and got it all blasted out with water. And now I'm going to route that up this side. Got that in, finger tighted, and pulled out the rubber thing, and got this one pulled up together into there, and it gave me enough slack that I was able to come to there. And in here, I just grabbed it like this and made sure that there's enough that hopefully, you know, it's not going to be caught up or nothing. So Alrighty. Looks like that's all tightened up. And that's all tightened up. And they're compression fittings, guys. You don't got to go crazy and get them actually, tight. It's more, yeah, you tighten them up like a small bolt or something, or a small nut that you're afraid that you might break or strip if you tighten it too much. So before I put it all back together, started up the tractor, ran it through its paces, ran this cylinder in and out, make sure that there's no air in it or nothing, and I have to top off my fluids. I lost probably like a quart or something, but now we've got enough there. It's still the very top one here. There's just a tad bit of clearance now, and then it comes up here. Still a little bit tight, not horrible. So feeling better about that. Definitely was too short of a hose. The way that, or it was the way that they ran it. How it was on this side of all these hydraulic lines, and then up that way probably wasn't the smartest, but oh well, we got it taken care of. I know you guys can too. Believe in yourselves, believe in what God gave you, keep building shit. I'm gonna go ahead and get this all buttoned back up and throw some zip ties on. Ended up using 2 small ones and a small one there. It did have a real wide fat one when I bought it, but I don't got none of those left. Used my last one on here, so there we go. Got it zip tied up, and then the other one I zip tied is this, because this always ends up around this, and then it stretches it and pulls it and stuff, and I don't want to end up buying that line either. So there we go. Now let's get this cover panel put back on, get it all put back together, and use our new grade 8 bolts from Tractor Supply, and install our new leaned over levers that we won't be catching no more. So probably easier to do this with the front off, but I end up just I got them all the way tight, and then I went down through here with the set screw and got it pretty much tight, and then I cranked this last little bit, so they're nice and snug. But like I said, if you put this on over your, you put this on, and then you got to put these on because these won't go through there. But then you got to leave this loose so where you can do your little set screw, or your set bolts, nuts, whatever's, and then you can tighten all this down. Is probably the best way to do it. But I end up just going like this, and I was able to get down at that little set screw with my wrench. So right, guys, so there's the conclusion of the project. Got the line replaced after getting sprayed in the face. Believe in what God gave you, guys. Sometimes we end up doing projects we didn't end up intending to for the day. Sometimes our projects end up taking twists and turns and getting harder because things go wrong or whatever. But it's all right. Persevere, stay with it, and know you guys can take on these projects. You guys can work on your tractor. You guys can dig ditches and fix hydraulic lines and whatever it is. Just believe in your own God-given talents and abilities, guys. Till next time, keep building shit.